Hey guys, whoa, I'm using the camera. That's crazy. It's been a while. I just thought my hair looked kind of cool today. I obviously got to re-dye it again. It's starting to get like blonde. It's supposed to be blue. But hey, it's getting there. Enough about me though. Now onto the news. I wanted to revisit the Silvervale situation because unfortunately it's actually gotten worse. There are a couple of takes I want to show you from Twitter user influencer type people, I suppose, and also just a compilation of other Twitter user tweets that are saying very nasty stuff to Silvervale, and also a clip of Ironmouse talking about this whole situation as well, if you haven't seen it. So let's start with that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start with this clip of Silvervale, just to be sure we're on the same page, if you haven't seen the one of her actually crying, because let me explain this really quick. I was actually a little confused, and I got to apologize because I didn't include this clip of Silvervale in my prior coverage, and I should have. But I literally did not notice there were two clips going around because, to be fair to me, they do look like the exact same. It's like the same, background and same Silvervale and everything, obviously. But here's the point. One of the clips, she addresses a situation where people were accusing her of banning the word trans from her chat. I did cover that, and I showed the clip of her talking about that. But I did not show the clip of her like actually crying on stream because I just didn't realize there were two clips going around, as I mentioned. So I'm going to show that one first to be sure we've all seen that now. Then I'll show you the clip of Ironmouse, and then we'll go to these takes. Yeah, so here you go.
And harassment and doxing and people doxing my friends and like so much horrible, vile things all from streaming video game. It's just insane. Like, hate breeds hate and it doesn't help anyone. And I don't know, I got to the point where I was sick of seeing hatred all over and guilt tripping on random art tweets. It's literally like they gang up on so many random tweets about Valentine's Day or art or automated posts. Like they wanna post so much negativity everywhere, and I just got sick of it. So I block people because I just wanted breathing room.
Yeah, on the topic of blocking people who are like super negative and harassing you and stuff like that, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about this exact point like a year ago, and I had like a light bulb in my mind moment, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking like before the phone, but really before the internet, there was never a point in time where like someone on the other side of the world could instantly send you a message and they feel like they're obligated to get your attention, your time, and a response from you. Now multiply that by X number of people that also feel that same sort of way. It's kind of crazy, right? Like you don't have random people that you don't even know sending you text messages being like, I hate you and I hope you Minecraft yourself, like end yourself. Like, that doesn't happen, right? But apparently, if you have a Twitter account, that does happen. People will send you stuff like that. Now, I know I'm not stating something that's, like, a crazy, like, super complex line of thought. This is, like, very basic stuff, just me explaining, how the world works nowadays. But still, if you compare that to, like, before the internet, or before the phone even, it's kind of crazy. All right, now moving on from that point, quick side note, if you enjoy the content that I produce, please consider liking and or subscribing. It certainly does help the channel out, and I appreciate it greatly. Now, actually, before I show you the Ironmouse clip, let me show you this tweet that I started with initially, because this is in response to the Silvervale clip that we just saw, so probably better to show you this first. So Angel says, noticing a pattern here to paint the trans community as bullies, during a time when our rights are under attack. But here's the thing, screw your feelings if being told not to buy a game is your big oppression, then your life ain't rough. There's a very clear and obvious agenda here. Wouldn't be surprised if the people who are showing up simply bought the game so they could cry bully. Okay, so I think there's a couple, like, very big issues with that take. First of all, that person is trying to say that Silvervale is, like, crying oppression when she never did such a thing. This person apparently has an issue with Silvervale asking people not to harass and dox her friends, and, like, people in general. So again, let me say, if you have a problem with that, Angel, that doesn't make Silvervale look bad. That makes you look bad. Like, why would you have a problem with people asking to not be harassed and doxxed? Like, what? And then Angel has the nerve to say that people like Silvervale just bought Hogwarts Legacy so they could cry bully. Let me point out something, by the way. Why is it that the people being bullied the most are women? Like, you're going after Silvervale, going after Pikami, going after, what was the other one? Oh, yeah, Girlfriend Reviews. Yeah, those were like three of the big situations. Seems like some of y'all just like harassing women, to be quite frank. That's what's going on. And by the way, correction, peek on me, all right? I got the name now. I saw so many comments on my last video about that. Thank you all for the correction. For some reason, I still said it wrong, but hey, I'm getting there. One more comment on that claim that people like Silvervale just bought the game so they could cry bully. Silvervale is massively successful. She has been for a while, way before this game came out. She does not need to cry bully. She does not need to do such a thing. She's already doing extremely well. She doesn't need that sort of attention. The reasonable person standard here would point to that she just wanted to play this game that's very, very popular and has great reviews. She wanted to play it and enjoy it with her viewers, and that's it. It was supposed to be something nice with her and her community, and it turned into something where a lot of toxic people were being very toxic. That's it. Nothing, no crazy conspiracy theory here. That's it. And in a bit of a twist, Angel would then also rant about trans people after making that tweet from just 11 hours ago. Angel said, "So not only do I have to spend my days having to deal with transphobes, I deal with racist trans people too. Great community we have. The community itself isn't racist, but has far too many with big platforms." Well, obviously bigotry is bad across the board. That said, it's very clear that there is someone playing victim here, and that person is not Silvervale. Also, really, really funny how that person, Angel, literally said that there is a movement to paint the trans community as bullies. And then later on, Angel, after making that tweet, said that trans people were being racist to her. And on a final note regarding people painting the trans community as bullies, Angel, I think I've done a better job than you of ensuring that's not the case. You're now accusing trans people of being racist and stuff. In my coverage of this topic, I've literally gone out of my way in pretty much every segment to emphasize that there are plenty of trans people not harassing people over this and that are even enjoying the game and or are looking forward to people playing the game.
I've been processing and digesting stuff that's been going on these past few days, and here's what I have to say. I think that everybody is entitled to their opinion, and I think that everybody is entitled to support whatever they want to support. And you know what? That's on you, whatever you want to support. However, I believe that no one deserves to be harassed, and no one deserves to be attacked, and no one deserves to be bullied, and no one deserves to feel threatened.
I gotta pause and just say, for some reason, when Ironmouse says, "and no one," it sounds so freaking epic. It's like she's given some epic battle speech before a castle is sieged or something.
And no one deserves to be bullied, and no one deserves to feel threatened. No one deserves to live in fear every day of their life. That is not right. And I think there's a lot of positive ways to get a message across without having to make somebody feel bad. You have the choice to do whatever you want to do. The Streisand effect. Will people say something about me? Will people say that what I said was terrible? Will I start getting angry messages? Tune in tomorrow to find out. Listen, sometimes either way, you're gonna get crucified either way. You just need to decide which way do you want to get crucified. You know what I mean?
I pretty much agree with everything Ironmouse said. I'm just a little unsure if I do understand her final point. She's like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I think she's referring to how, like, no matter what you do, there's always going to be some people that dislike you and just hate what you do. You could be like the most positive, nicest person in the world and you'll still have haters. As a matter of fact, I would like to recite for you one of my favorite quotes from the anime Ranking of Kings. Like, literally when I was watching the anime, that episode, I wrote this down on a note card after I heard it. So the note card reads, "There will always be people who look down upon you no matter what you might accomplish. Will you doubt yourself and look at the ground, or will you meet their gaze?" I think it's a great quote, obviously. You know, meet their gaze and continue right on. Back to Silvervale. Let's take a look at some more of the comments going around. Like I said in the very beginning of this video, like I think the first 5 seconds or so, the stuff was getting worse. Look at this, man. "You put dox there like it's synonym for harass. There was no doxing. She banned the word trans from her chat." This is a recent comment. This is like from 4 hours ago. She already cleared this up. Like, we already know that that's not true. It was the auto mod that was thinking trans was like a spam word because it was getting spammed in her chat, excuse me. So it started to automatically just block that. It was not Silvervale's fault. Like, she already addressed this. It's already public information. Instead of getting all outraged and or here's the other potential thing. This person might know that and they're still making this tweet because they just want to drag Silvervale with stuff that they know is misinfo. Happens all the time. So either A or B, either thing is wrong, and this kind of take is ridiculous. I tell you what, in me trying to be as impartial and fair as I can, I will say option C, that person legitimately does not know that Silvervale cleared this up. My caveat to that is they could look it up. The information is easy to find. Instead of just being angry and like quote retweeting something, why don't you try actually looking into it? By the way, that also makes you look really, really fake. If you really care about this, I think you'd look into it more, but apparently not. And there are so many takes like that right now. Like the quote retweets are filled with people spreading that misinformation. Here's another one right here. Says that she was banning anyone from her chat for saying trans rights. It's just not true. No, not this time. No, it's totally made up. Here's another take that went viral with over 2,400 likes. It reads, not sure if people realize this, but a majority of hate and doxing that streamers are receiving from the Wizard game is manufactured by right-wingers to damage the reputation of trans people, and it's working flawlessly. Psyops are at an all-time high right now. It doesn't seem like a really wise move to blame the majority of this stuff on psyops when there's very easily accessible evidence of that not being true. This is only a tip of the iceberg what I'm about to show you, but here's a small sample. Again, it just seems like people are making stuff up about her. There's a lot of tweets calling her a TERF, calling her transphobic, again, saying that she like literally banned this word from her chat, etc., etc. And in response to the way she sounds talking about this or crying, I would like to at least just bring up one point for people to keep in mind. This is probably not the first time Silvervale talked about this stuff. She probably talked about it behind the scenes. Like, for example, what Ironmouse said, Ironmouse's comment on this gave us a little bit of insight. She basically implied that the V Shoujo girls, or at least some of them, like Silvervale and Ironmouse perhaps, talked about this stuff behind the scenes already. So Silvervale may have already made this take and like cried to Ironmouse, and now she's talking about it on stream, and so it's kind of bringing that stuff up, but it sounds a little bit different because it's not the first time that she reacted to all that stuff. It's the first time she's reacting to it now on stream in public, and she's trying to, you know, essentially reenact her honest take to it all, but in doing that, it might sound a little fake to some people. This is, again, I'm not like concisely saying this is 100% sure, but this is very likely to be the case. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about this topic, guys. I'm also kind of running out of time now. I got some stuff I gotta go out and handle here in like an hour. So I am starting to get a little rushed, but I think that was all the main stuff. Perhaps there's like one thing I'm missing. I hope not. But as always, stay tuned. I will have more segments coming out tomorrow. And yeah, all the best to Silvervale and Ironmouse and anyone dealing with this sort of stuff. I hope you're able to enjoy Hogwarts Legacy or whatever game you're playing. Let's keep it simple. I hope you're able to enjoy life. There we go. And as always, thank you so much for your time. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this segment, and I look forward to seeing you in the comments as well as in the next one.